collaborating with other people, singing their songs, singing with them. I'd like to sing you a group of songs now that I'm absolutely in love with. I worked with Henry Mancini for maybe 20 years. We went on tour all over the world, and I heard all those wonderful songs that he wrote. And I'd like to remind you of some of them. If you're feeling fancy-free, come wander through the world with me, and any place we chance to meet will be our rendezvous. Too far the road we'll travel down the years, collecting precious memories, selecting souvenirs, and living life maybe in summertime the sun will shine, in winter we'll drink summer wine, and every day that you are mine will be a lovely day. With a smile, I know that we'll be too far alone, and that's a long, long while. We played our charade. We were our children. Yes, in the heart we play. Play, sing, oh, string. I turn and you find. Then fire away. You and heart played on. someday. Oh, Joohnny, you maker, you heartbreaker, wherever you're going, I'm going your way. Thank you, Henry loves you too. He does. I'd like to introduce you to a friend of mine. I play golf with him occasionally. Not as often as I'd like to. He plays so well, and I don't. But he's lots of fun, and you're going to have a lot of fun with him. I'm going to come back in a few minutes and sing some more for you. But I want you to meet my friend, Gary Mulder.
Where are you going? What?
The Harley convention.
Just took a walk around the block. It's windy out there. The taste of love is sweet. Like how it's me. I'll go for you like a child. Oh, but if I won't lie, I fell in. A couple of months ago, check into a hotel, there's a Bible beside the bed. I opened it up, there's a message inside that said, if you are an alcoholic, if you think you have a drinking problem, please call this number. I called it, it was a liquor store. You guys are pretty much up for anything tonight, aren't you? You like country music? Good, here's one from Algeria. Let it out, folks, doesn't get any better. My grandpa used to say, listen, if we all like the same things, everybody'd be after your grandma. Grandpa used to say some weird things. One time I said, Grandpa, what's the quickest way to get to the lake? He said, you walking or driving? I said, I'm driving. He said, that's the quickest. I make fun of Grandpa. Actually, he was pretty successful. He was a veterinarian and a taxidermist. No matter what happened, you got your dog back. You guys are all right. Want to go to Denny's later? I wrote a song for Denny's. So come on in, we've got a warm and greasy place. And we laugh behind your back while the sauce drips off your face. We've stuffed you all for 40 years until your clothes don't fit. At Denny's restaurants, we love good food, we just don't serve it. I took Grandpa to Denny's one time. The coffee was cold, the eggs were runny, the hash browns were soggy, the toast was burned. As we were leaving, Grandpa turned to the cashier and he said, compliments to the photographer. Grandpa really hated Grandma's cooking. He said it got so bad there for a while, all the flies chipped in and got the screen door fixed. This is turning out much better than I thought it would. You guys been drinking? Yeah, I used to drink and drive. That's not as popular as it used to be. Last time I got stopped, the highway patrolman said you were going 90 miles an hour. I said I haven't been out an hour. He said, can I see your license? I said, can I shoot your gun? No. He said, all right, I want to see your driver's license, registration, and proof of insurance. Must have gone through that glove compartment for 20 minutes until I realized I was sitting in the front seat of his car. I blew in the breathalyzer. Readout came back, said, one at a time, please. Grandma was really something. One time I said, Grandma, have you seen a little pill bottle lying around here and on the label in big letters it says LSD? And she said, well, no, I haven't. And then she said, did you see that dragon in the kitchen? My name is Gary Mule Deer. It's not my real name, I changed it. My real name's Elizabeth Mule Deer. I remember one time when I was in Sunday school, I was trying to look up this little girl's dress and the teacher caught me. She said, Gary, would Jesus do something like that? I said, well, no, he'd probably just create a big wind and blow the whole thing up. So this burglar is going through a bedroom and he starts to open a dresser drawer and he hears this voice say, Jesus is watching you. Turns around, there's no one there. Starts to unplug the television, he hears this voice again, Jesus is watching you. Takes out his flashlight, over in the corner there's a cage with a parrot in it. The burglar says, was that you? And the parrot says, yes it was. The burglar says, well, what's your name? The parrot says, my name is Moses. The burglar says, well, what kind of a family would name a parrot Moses? The parrot said, the same family that named our Rottweiler Jesus. Last summer in Alaska, they were warning people if you get out their ships and wander into the woods because of the bear problem, it's a good idea to wear bells and carry pepper spray. The way you can tell if you're in a dangerous area, black bear dung is small and round, has seeds and sometimes squirrel fur in it, and grizzly bear dung has bells in it and smells like pepper spray. Okay, here we go. Is this working all right? Check, test, 1, 2. Old couple walking down the street, pigeon flies over, lets one go, hits the old man right in the forehead. The old lady says, God, I wish we had some toilet paper. The old man said, what the hell for? He must be half a mile away by now. Down here. Guy walks into Sears with his seeing eye dog, goes into the men's department, picks up his seeing eye dog by the tail, starts swinging it around his head. Manager walks up and says, can I help you? He says, no, we're just looking around. I wonder if it's spiritual tonight. All right. Well, since my memory left me, I found a new place to dwell. It's down at me. You
we should put pictures of missing transvestites on cartons of half and half? If the room's $29.95, skip the complimentary breakfast.
Two ladies standing out on the golf course. One of them said, "You and your husband have mutual climax," and I said, "No, I think we're a State Farm."
If I were a carpenter, you were a lady, would you have my baby made into a dresser? I heard the sound of Johnny Cash and Sun Records in the 1950s. I knew I wanted to get into show business. I almost didn't get to hear the sound of Johnny Cash and Sun Records, and you didn't either. You probably don't realize this, but in 1955, Frank Sinatra was in Los Angeles, California, working on a song that went something like this. I hear that train coming, doobie-doobie-doobie-doo. That exact same time in Memphis, Tennessee, Johnny Cash was working on this song. Start spread the news, I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it, New York, New York. Thank God they switched songs.
Quick impression. Johnny Cash, theater in the round.
I hear that. Yeah, I'm stuck.
How many people right now would just like to rush the stage and slap me around a little bit?
A doctor is examining 3 old men for suspected memory loss. He turns to the first guy, says, "What's 3 times 3? The guy says 156. He turns to the second guy, says, "What's 3 times 3? The guy says Tuesday. He turns to the third guy, says, "What's 3 times 3? The guy says 9. He said, "That's right, how'd you figure it out?" He said, "I just subtracted Tuesday from 156. Teacher says to this little boy, "How many U.S. presidents have we had?" He said, "I don't know. What do you think?" She said, "I don't think I know." He said, "Well, I don't think I know either."
Ever sing songs all your life and find out you've been singing the wrong words? Just call me angel of the morning, angel. Just brush my teeth before you leave me. Well, since you put me down, there have been hours puking in my bed.
Quick impression. A dyslexic atheist. There is no dog.
I'll go to a religious crowd. Things that were actually published in church bulletins last year. This afternoon there will be a meeting in the south and north ends of the church. Children will be baptized at both ends. Tuesday at 4 p.m. there will be an ice cream social. All ladies giving milk, please come early. See, we can be clean and have fun. Thursday at 5 p.m. there will be a meeting of the Little Mothers Club. All wishing to become Little Mothers will please meet with the pastor and his staff. This being Easter Sunday, we will ask Mrs. Brown to come forward and lay an egg on the altar.
Tonight's sermon, what is hell? Come early and listen to our choir practice. The sermon this afternoon, Jesus walks on water. The sermon tonight, searching for Jesus. This is my favorite. Weight Watchers will meet at 7 p.m. at the First Presbyterian Church. Please use the large double doors at the side entrance. Here's a word about Folger's coffee for senior citizens. The best part of waking up is just waking up. Oh yeah. Old guy's walking down the hall in this retirement home. He sees this door open. He walks in. There's this old lady standing there. He walks up to her. He says, "Bet you can't guess how old I am." He says, "Bet you I can." Drop her pants. Drops his pants. She says, "You're 96. He says, "Gee, you're right. How did you know?" She said, "You told me at breakfast this morning." Two old guys out playing golf. One of them knocks his ball in the woods. They go look for it. When they find it, there's a frog sitting beside it. Guy reaches down to pick up his ball, and the frog says, "If you will pick me up and kiss me, I'll turn into a beautiful maiden and give you incredible sex for the rest of your life." Guy reaches down, picks up the frog, throws it in his bag, and zips it shut. His partner said, "What'd you do that for?" The guy said, "You know, at my age, I'd rather just have a talking frog." Okay, one more. Harriet and Harvey were married for 56 years. They fought every day of their lives. Harriet passes away. She's standing at the gates of heaven. St. Peter said, "Harriet, it's nice to see you. So one thing you have to do before you come in." She said, "What's that?" He said, "You have to spell a word." She said, "What is it?" He says, "Love." She says, "L-O-V-E." He says, "Come on in, Harriet." Harriet steps through the gate. St. Peter said, "Harriet, I've been standing here all day. I really need to go to the restroom. Will you watch the gates for me?" She said, "I just got here." He said, "You know what to do." St. Peter walks away. Harriet turns around, and there's Harvey. "Harvey, what are you doing here?" Harvey said, "Harriet, I felt so bad after the services today. I just went home and laid down and died." She said, "Well, Harvey, there's only one thing you have to do before you come in." He said, "What's that?" She said, "You have to spell a word." He said, "What is it?" She said, "Czechoslovakia." John F. Kennedy and Abraham Lincoln both had 7 letters in their last name. John F. Kennedy had a secretary named Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln was born in a log cabin. John F. Kennedy once spilled log cabin syrup in the back seat of his grandfather's Lincoln. Coincidence? I don't think so. Well, you guys are great to see what's going on in the news. Nationwide SPCA clinic, dogs and cats spayed and neutered $4, senior citizens $2.75. Marie Osmond fired as spokesperson for Nutrisystem after testing positive for Hidden Valley Ranch dressing and Krispy Kreme donuts. President of Dunkin' Donuts died. They found him, his eyes were all glazed over. Over 1,200 cops at the funeral. And he was laid to rest in a box of 11 others. The national IQ test today, Miley Cyrus rated just behind Justin Bieber, and the Kardashian sisters are still looking for a number 2 pencil. Family of flamingos has statues of Italians in their yard. And finally, in a recent governor's poll, residents of Arizona were asked if they think illegal immigration is a serious problem. 29% responded, yes it is. 71% said, no es un problema serioso. So, An Amish father and son visit the mall. They've never seen anything like it before. They're especially intrigued with these two metal walls keep opening and closing. Bells ring and lights that flash. The son says, "What is that?" The father's never seen an elevator before. He says, "I have no idea." About that time, the little 95-year-old lady hobbles up, pushes the button, the walls apart. She steps inside, the walls close. Bells ring, lights flash. 25 seconds later, the walls open up again, and out steps a great-looking 23-year-old woman. The father turns and says, "Son, go get your mother." Excuse me a minute. Union. Amazing. Did you guys have a nice break? How was the Harley convention? Little boys. I need an E from you. I want to. Yeah. That's it. Thank you. Little boy says to his mom, "You know, when I grow up, I want to be a musician." She said, "Well, honey, you can't do both." These people are amazing. You don't even have to talk into the microphone. Just walk around and yell. Watch this.
Guy goes into a barber shop. He says, "How long is the wait?" Barber says, 4 hours. Guy leaves, doesn't come back. Next day, the guy walks to the barber shop. "How long's the wait?" Barber says, 3 hours. Guy doesn't come back. Same thing the next day. "How long's the wait?" 2 hours. Guy leaves, doesn't come back. Barber turns to his assistant. He said, "That guy never comes back. Next time he comes in, find out where he goes." Next day, the guy comes in the barber shop. He says, "How long's the wait?" Barber says, 4 hours. Guy leaves, assistant follows him. Assistant comes back in 30 minutes. Barber said, "Where'd he go?" Assistant said, "Your house."
You folks have been absolutely wonderful. If you want to see me on my own television show this coming fall on CBS Friday nights at 8:30, write him a letter. There will be a short break and Joohnny Mathis will be back. Be sure and visit Linda and Carrie out at the merchandise booth, either during the intermission or afterwards. I'll also be out there. We have CDs, Jolly John CDs, DVDs. We have T-shirts. We have sweatshirts. We have handbags. We have programs. What's that? Johnny Cash is not here tonight. What's she talking about? Oh, Johnny Cash. I know it. Oh, I know. Boy, she threw me on. You know, when you use those microwaves, you have to keep that door shut. That's just a joke. Anyway, be sure and visit us out there. I've got a CD for sale. If you want to save money, buy my CD as a gift. The person will come to you next year and say, "Listen, don't bother getting me anything next year." This is the greatest job in the world. I don't know where else you can get Joohnny Mathis to open and close the show for you. Before I close my portion of the show with one of my favorite country western songs, I'd like to share something with you. A couple of months ago, there was a knock at the door. I answered it. It was 2 Jehovah's Witnesses. We invited them in, sat down on the couch. I said, "Well, what do you want to talk about?" They said, "We don't know. We've never made it this far." Cowboys ain't easy to love, but they're harder to hold. They'd rather give you song than diamonds or gold. Lone Star belt buckles and old faded Levi's, and each night begins a new day. If you don't understand it, then he don't die young, probably just right away. Everybody, here we go. Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. That's enough. That's enough. All them big guitars
doctors and lawyers and such. Just kidding. Promise, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. God will never stay home, they're always alone, even with someone they love. Take it, Willie, Willie Nelson. Cowboys are like smoky old rooms, clear out in the morning, always shows up handsome. Little old puppies, children, girls of the night. Could you have him patient? Have him patient. Them that don't know him won't like him, them that do sometimes. Got to take it. But his pride won't let him do things that make you think he's right. Here we go, everybody. Not you. Don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. Don't let them pick up the cars, drive the old trucks. Let them be doctors and lawyers and stuff. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. Or they'll never stay home, they're always alone, even with someone they love. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up. Be cowboys.